about the domestic league? Match day 26, we're glad that the league is back. Match day 26 produced drama, a hat trick by Frank Egareva, played against his former team, and then he showed like a million stars. We saw 19 goals. That's the results on your screen. Aqua United fought and fought and fought until they got that victory that they needed against Eimba. Taraba FC and Kano Pillars, we spoke about it.
Yes.
The first leg ended in a 1-0 draw, and now again 1-0 draw. But then an advantage for Kano Pillars because they've extended their lead.
Definitely good point for Kano Pillars. Yesterday I said, even though it was going to be a tough game for them, but they will count on the experience in that game. And I wasn't really surprised then when they managed to get a 1-1 draw in that game.
Enugu Rangers defeated Dolphins of Port Harcourt by 2-1. Crown defeated Nasarawa United by 3-0. Good victory for them. Abia Warriors 2, Giwa FC 0. Warri Wolves and Sunshine Stars played Warri Wolves won that one by a single goal. Bayelsa United defeated Nembe City by 3-1. Listen to the story. A former player, Frank Egareva, was dominant, got a hat-trick against his former team. Sharks FC of Port Harcourt needed a single goal to defeat Gombe United. Heartland defeated Kaduna United by 2-0. And then the only game that didn't give us a goal was the game between Lobi Stars and El Kanemi Warriors. And the defending champions, Kano Pillars, opened a 3-point lead at the top of the table as the three clubs chasing them, I'm talking about Nassau United, Eimba, and Dolphins, before the start of the match, all lost on the road.
Yeah, I know it's the early days, just match day 26, but I'll go out on a limb and say Kano Pillars will be the champions at the end of the day. Again, we'll find out at the end of the season. But I just think this thing is, they're just primed and they're ready and they're very motivated as well by the Kano State government. So I really don't see any of the chasing pack actually maintaining enough momentum to keep up with Kano Pillars.
That's the game between Aqua United and Eimba Football Club of Aba. Eimba chasing Kano Pillars at this point. You expect them to show some character. If not winning this one, at least holding on to a goalless draw.
Yeah, but then it was always going to be a tough one for them. That was a very beautiful and well worked goal for Aqua United, and so Eimba they showed a little bit of fight, but then it wasn't enough for them to get a point out of this game.
That's it. Kufre Ebong with the goal for Aqua United in the 45th minute as Eimba hardly threatened their opponents in the game. Aqua United are now 7th on the table. So that's it. The local league is back. Let's keep supporting our own, give it all the support, keep following. If you have a chance to go see one of these games, please do, and then you will be part of those developing the sport in the country. So let's go back and talk about our cricketers. They played Soweto, good victory for them. Remember, when we spoke to the coach, he said the target was to get 171 runs, and they did.
Yeah, it was a good win for Nigeria, for the team. It's just a warm-up game. I understand that, but then believe me, winning can be very infectious as well too. So I'm just hoping they have one more game actually tomorrow as well. Another warm-up game tomorrow. Hopefully they come through that one, and by the time the tournament starts, the confidence level is very high, and they can go ahead and qualify into the top division in Africa.
Remember, in the first game, Nigeria defeated Pirates Cricket Club, and this game was actually played at the home ground of our Pirates Cricket Club, the game between Soweto Cricket Club and Team Nigeria. Of course, you saw captain of the side, Kunle Adegbola, winning the toss there, and then it shows that Nigeria should bat first. And then they lost Olayinka Shegun off the first ball of the game. Saeed Akolade continued with his aggressive approach and gave Nigeria the positive start they wanted, and it was supported, of course, by the ever-present Kunle Adegbola, who is the skipper of the side. Akolade scored 38 runs off 21 balls with a good partnership with his captain, who also scored 25 runs off 22 balls. There was some good, clean, and big hitting from Leke Oyede, who has been in good form. You listened to the coach yesterday, Coach Clive Ogbimi, and he says the guys are batting properly. Says the target is to make 171 runs. And guess what? That's what it did. Soweto Cricket Club fell 26 runs short of the 171 runs target set by Nigeria. So Nigeria went on to win by 26 runs. Cricket giving us reasons to talk sports this morning. Let's keep supporting all of our national teams, be it cricket, basketball, football, swimming, badminton, rugby. Yes, rugby. The rugby sevens are doing so well in the country. Let sports in general keep shining in this country. Time for a big quick break now. When we come back, Mourinho didn't see this coming. It's ended Chelsea 1, Schalke 0-1. I know you love it when Mourinho speaks after this game. Let's listen to him and we'll come back. We'll talk. Stay.
That's normal. Schalke come to get a point. When they found themselves with the 1-1, they fought hard to keep the result, and they had a good goalkeeper, and they had players making fantastic defensive clearances on the goal line.
So that's it, just like he was listening to me. And they say, hey, Austin, it's normal.
Like, what's the drama for? Like, why you trying to create unnecessary drama? But seriously, Chelsea and Mourinho, they really have themselves to blame in that game. They started like a house on fire, but then they went to sleep. They got a very early goal, courtesy Cesc and Fabregas, his first goal for Chelsea. But then they went to sleep afterwards. And Schalke, a good German side, very, very decent team, actually came back in that game. Ontala with equalizer. And by the time Chelsea tried to wake up again, it was too late because the Germans just decided to block the defense and they put a boss in it. And everything that was coming, they kept on repelling. A couple of balls off the line. So at the end of the day, not a very fantastic result for Chelsea, but then it's still a point. They will take it. And Mourinho, yesterday, he was saying the team's got to qualify from this group, obviously, and I think they will do it despite the 1-1 draw against Schalke.
That's it, but Chelsea regrets missed opportunities as Schalke also claim the draw at Stamford Bridge. A lot of questions on Thibaut Courtois.
Nah, I don't agree at all. In that game, I thought he had a very good performance. He made a couple of very good saves in the second half. So I'm not really putting any blame on Courtois at all. But then you mentioned the chances that Chelsea missed.
Yeah.
They missed a lot of chances in that first half. After going 1-0 off, you expect them to kick on from there and just wrap up the game. But they didn't do that because they didn't take the chances. And I'm not pointing any finger at anybody. But then Didier Drogba started yesterday for Chelsea. And I think it's safe to say that he has to be the third choice behind Diego Costa and Loic Remy. Yesterday he had a couple of chances. The old Drogba would have buried those chances, but then it wasn't really on form on that day yesterday. So not a very good one for Drogba, but then Mourinho after the game, he's not going to throw Drogba under the bus. I said Drogba had a very good game.
Because when you play the UEFA Champions League, you consider experience, and Drogba has got that. And Tayo, what a great night it was for Gervinho. AS Roma, rampant against CSK Moscow, that ended 5-1. Just to mention that Ahmed Musa also got a goal.
Yeah, it's a shame it just turned out to be a consolation goal right there. 5-1, that's the trashing for Roma against the CSK in Moscow. So good one. Unfortunately, Ahmed Musa was on the wrong side of the score there. Other results, Ajax 1-1 against PSG. PSG went ahead very early in that game, courtesy Edson Cavani, but Ajax came back, showed character to get a point in that game. Barcelona 1-0 over Apoel Nicosia. You said it was going to be a 20 match.
This is football.
Yeah, but
I said so. This is football. Anything can happen. I thought Barcelona were just poor on the night.
Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't with the vintage and Barcelona performance. But then it's been a while we saw the vintage and Barcelona side. But then 1-0, it's a win. Saw the matters. 1-1 Chelsea. Schalke said that already. Maribor 1-1 against Sporting. So all the teams in the group that has Chelsea, that is Group G, all drew. So you can't really separate any one of them there. Bilbao 0-0 over Shakhtar. And FC Porto 6-0 over Bate Borisov. That's the performance of the night.
And then what FC Porto did is they said they know these guys can come, to Portugal to set them. So from the blast of the whistle, they were just scoring and scoring.
Let's just kill them.
And an African.
Oh my God! I was
Yassin Brahimi.
Yeah. Yesterday I was looking out for the Nigerians to shine. Okay, there was nobody. I mean, it was not going to go. Obasu came in very late for Schalke. But then there was an Algerian that was on fire. Yassin Brahimi. awesome player. We saw him at the World Cup as well too. He made that move from Granada to FC Porto and is really showing what he can do. Still 24 years of age, very good player. All the goals he scored were just amazing. It's a shame we can't get the goals, but we get them the goals on a subsequent edition of the show. But he was amazing. 3 beautiful goals by this young star.
And that's it. He was humbled by the standing ovation he got for scoring his first ever hat-trick for FC Porto. Good one for Africa. We also mentioned Gervinho stepping up for AS Roma. But one player that is step up for his team is Yaya Toure in that loss to Bayern Munich.
Not again, not again. We've seen this over and over again, and we're starting to think, okay, can Yaya actually cut it in Europe? Yeah, it's a shame because he's a great player, but then he hasn't really come to the party for Manchester City. In Europe, we've seen the past couple of editions in the Champions League, and when you expect Yaya Toure to grab the game by the scruff of the neck, he doesn't do it. And you're wondering, can Yaya really do it at this level? I have no doubt he can do it. It's just taking a lot of time. It's taking way too long for Yaya Toure to stamp his authority in the Champions League.
Okay, that's it. Our time running out. But I'm just wondering what's going on with the NFL. First, it was Ray Rice, then Adrian Peterson, and now we're hearing of Jonathan Dwyer.
Yeah, incredible. It's raining. Like when it rains, it pours in NFL right now. Adrian Peterson now. The owner has come out to say, okay, now we admit our mistake. We will suspend him from all team-related activities over child abuse indictments. Now, that's the way to go, I believe so. Until everything is sorted out in court, then he should just stay away from the team. It's a good one. But the latest, and this morning, like you mentioned, is Jonathan Dwyer of the Arizona Cardinals in the NFL as well too. He's been arrested on suspicion of domestic violence as well. It involves a woman and a young son. So I'm suspecting that's got to be his wife and his son. We'll find out about that later. That's the young chap over there. Good player, but then the effect this might have on his career might be very telling, depending on how everything ends up.
That's it. Sad one for Jonathan Dwyer. Sad one also for the NFL, but good one for sports because all we want is a change. As what sport is trying to do is we encourage positivity and a good character. That's it, sadly. That's where the curtain falls on this edition of Sports This Morning on Channels Television. We have so much to talk about. Remember, you can keep a tab on the boxing bout coming up between George Groves and Christopher Rebras. We don't have enough time to talk about that, but you can keep following us on Twitter with Channels_Sports and on Facebook with Channels-Sports. We'll give you all the sporting updates and the latest coming from your exciting world of sport. That's it. On behalf of the winning sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, my name is Austin Okonapa. We'll be back again tomorrow to talk some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember, let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.